Brenda Mays. I live in Terrebonne. I'm a barrel racer, and I've been doing this for pretty much my whole life. My parents started it, and I've just kind of grown up with horses. Jethro is the horse that I've made the finals on the last 3 years. I use a closed cell to begin with. I've recently received a felt. They both work equally well. They're really great pad. I'm Brenda Mays, and I love Team Equine.
Hi, my name's Liz Odell, and I am one of the LLC owners of Team Equine Saddle Pad Company. I'm here today with...
I'm Tracy Olson. I'm the production manager for Team Equine.
Our company has been in effect for 10 years now. We started our company as both horsemen and as a need for what we saw around us in the equine world. We try to make a product that works not only for the pleasure rider, but also for the professional athlete. What we try to do is give an edge. So we'd like to start doing some work fitting horses. We have a good friend today, Cody Every. We're going to start with his first horse. Thank you, Cody, today for being here with us.
Thank you for doing it.
When I first start looking to fit a saddle pad on a horse, the first thing that draws my eye is going to be his wither, how much of a drop. So if I'm training somebody or working with somebody on how to help their horse, this is the first point, is going to be the wither. The next thing that I will look for is across the wither if there's any more muscling on one side or the other. And this horse is pretty equal on both sides. I've had situations, Tracy, I don't know about you, where when we've gone out, where we've even seen horses with one shoulder higher than the other. So at times I will actually look down the whole front end of the horse, standing at the head, looking down to see height of shoulder. I also look to see what the rib cage or barrel style of the horse is. And this guy's pretty average. Tracy, when you fit, what are some of the things that you look for?
I'm kind of the same way you are. I look at their back line. You see how much drop they have from their withers to their back. If you would, take a line and draw a line through here, a straight line, you can see he's got, a couple inches of drop. I would suggest putting our new pad design on him, which is a contour, because it's actually going to follow his back line, which is going to relieve all the pressure off his hips, because it's not going to dig into his hips and nothing.
We're putting in felt, am I correct? A 1 inch?
I would recommend a contour 1 inch felt on this horse. He's also short backed, so if you look at, he's fairly short. We have different sizes of pads. Some of them are 32 inches long, some of them are 34. I'd put our 32 by 32 on him, which is our standard size. So it's not going to be too far over his butt, with a contour and a 1 inch felt. This is our standard design. It's a 32 by 32. You can see the contour, so it contours a little bit to the horse's back.
This blanket envelope is designed specifically for our contour.
It's got a 1 inch felt and it contours. Our inserts are actually split down the center for the contour, but it's all in one unit, so there's no shifting from side to side. Once you close that pad up and it's on that horse, that insert goes totally together, so there's no pinch, no rub, no nothing.
The back of our design envelopes for any of our inserts is Velcro, so you can remove the insert, change the insert, or take it out to clean the saddle pad itself.
But you look at this pad with the contour design, it actually contours to his back. It's just the perfect length, being a 32, doesn't hang too far over his butt. Once we get the saddle on, you want to always pull this up into your gullet, but we also need to make sure we have plenty of clearance between your gullet here. You can also feel underneath here, he's got even contact all the way down his back. So it looks like that's going to be a really good fit.
I'm Bucky Campbell. I've been riding a Team Equine pad for 2 years. Really good pad. Best thing about them is they last a long time. your saddle don't slip, and you just got to pack one pad to the rodeo, the Team Equine pad.
Hello, I'm Charlie Crawford, and the reasons I use Team Equine saddle pads is due to the fact of how good these saddle pads fit my horse. I'm a big fan of having one saddle pad. My performance in the arena dictates on how my horse works, to where if he's sore, it's going to cost me money. This Team Equine saddle pad being able to fit this horse to where he performs better, where I make more money, and that's the reason I use Team Equine saddle pads. I've been using it since 2005, and this product keeps getting bigger and better every year.
Tracy and I talked to Cody a little bit about this horse. He uses this horse to head off of and calf rope. One of the first things, besides automatically looking at his wither drop, and he's got a pretty mild wither drop, wouldn't you say? I mean,
Yeah, so this horse is a lot less mild than the other horse. He's a lot flatter backed, so he's a lot wider. He's so much broader across the barrel than the last horse we saw. As far as his withers, he's not hollow on either side. He's really even from side to side.
one thing that Tracy and I do look for when we are fitting a team roping horse, especially a head horse, is in the hollow, like she was saying, in the withers, because the fact is a lot of head horses that have been head horses for a long time are usually pretty hollow on the right side and more built up on the left side of their shoulder, simply because they're always going to the left. It's like if you always lift the weight with your left hand and never with your right, this arm's going to be like huge and this one's going to be wimpy. So that's something I always look for, Tracy.
Yeah, I do too. This horse is really even though. If he wasn't even, we have the capability to shim this right side and fill in that hollow spot to make his back even. Because the thing that we want to do with our pads is we want to make them as even as possible from side to side. Because the more even you get them from side to side, the better our product's going to work and the better that these horses are going to feel. And these are our equine athletes. And the better they feel, the better they're going to perform for us.
Compared to the last horse that we just fit, this particular style is not contour. That doesn't mean it's any better or any worse than the other saddle pad. It simply means this saddle pad design is better for this horse, where the other saddle pad design of the contour was better for the other horse. This isn't oversized. This is what Tracy was talking about, 32-32 or 34-36. This is 34. So it's a little longer and a little wider. This particular saddle pad has a closed cell, which is another line that we carry. It is not neoprene. A lot of people also worry, Tracy, I've heard him say, oh, it's going to create a lot of heat and a lot of problems. The wool wicks well, and we have oversized ventilation, aeration across the whole back. We're going to go ahead and put this on Thrasher. Now, Tracy and I have heard a lot of people, when they see this effect, going, oh my gosh, you know, this thing is going to pop my saddle up and cause problems. The heat of the horse's body with closed cell will mold it to the horse. You won't have a problem with it being up.
We'll do the same thing with this horse we did the other horse. He's got lots of clearance up here in the front. You can feel down his back line. Make sure you have even pressure all the way down without, with just the weight of his saddle. There should be no spots that you can't feel the pad and stuff fitting. This feels like he's got a really good, he's got contact all the way down.
We can do our very best to fit a saddle pad to be corrective, to give your horse an advantage, like we call it the edge. As you can see, this saddle pad, as I explained, is a little bit longer and wider. It fits this horse's body better, especially for what Cody does with him with team roping and calf roping.
I'm Trevor Knowles. I'm a steer wrestler, and the past 4 years I've been riding Team Equine pads. I've taken them to the NFR last 4 years, and I've noticed a big difference in the way my horse performs. I'm riding the contour pad, noticed a lot less slip, a lot less saddle movement. It's kept my horse working great. I'm Trevor Knowles, and I ride a Team Equine saddle pad.
Cody's going to be bringing in the third horse, and this horse is a challenge. This is where I think we're getting into that arena of unique fit. You want to bring him in, Cody?
As you can see, this horse is very tall for one. It's very high withered, very high back line. He's very hollow. I mean, right there when he puts his head down, you can see how hollow he is right here in the withers. He's hollow on both sides. This is a barrel horse. I know she's had problems with the saddles fitting way too tight on him and where it's pinching his withers and making him sore. He's really kind of a teardrop barrel.
Usually these horses do have a lot of problems. Saddles slide back, they slide all over. And with what Casey does, barrel racing him, she needs to know that she's not going anywhere, that she can pay attention to her run, to her horse, her training program. So I think we should saddle him.
This here is our Apache barrel racer pad. If you noticed, it's actually really short. It's only 30 inches long for the barrel racers.
This particular insert that Tracy has in this saddle pad, 15 inches back, it is built up as an inch and tapers back to a 3/4.
Like we mentioned, she had a lot of problems with the saddle fitting really tight onto his withers. I don't know if we can turn this horse just a little bit so you guys can get a view. We've got this built up in the front with the barrel racer length. The barrel racers have small saddles. They're a lot shorter. And this actually looks, it's a really nice concept.
I'm Matt Funk. I've been riding Team Equine saddle pads for 4 years now. They're a great product. Interchangeable inserts make it real easy to switch out from horse to horse and saddle to saddle and any situation you might need them in.
I would like to thank everyone today for spending some time with us, with Tracy and I, and allowing us to show you what we look for in fitting a saddle pad. We hope that this helps you with your horse. You can always get a hold of us at www.teamequineusa.com. Our office number is on our website.
I'm there every day. I would be more than willing to help answer any questions you have about your horses. You can send us photographs, we can walk through it together and try to get the perfect fit for you and your horse.
We work as a team, we are Team Equine.